Bo, I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but what can you take from your long drive at the end, the fact that y'all were still fighting at the end?
Yeah, I think it was just that. I think it just shows how we did keep fighting, and even though the scoreboard wasn't in our favor, we just continued to try to move the ball and to try to go down and score, and we did that at the end of the game. But I was just proud with the way our guys fought, for sure.
Next question from Justin Ferguson.
Bo, you guys have been able to play better on offense these last few weeks by running the ball. They obviously slowed it down. How much of that did it affect what y'all were doing throwing the ball with the fact that y'all couldn't run it as effectively?
Well, I think it just put us in some third and long situations, especially there early, and we continue to try to run the ball. And there at the end of the game, we got a little bit more movement, and a little bit more rushing yards at the end of the game in the fourth quarter. But other than that, we just we try to stick to our game plan, and we move the ball okay at times, but at other times we just got behind in the chains.
Now we'll go to a question from Jordan Hill.
Bo, kind of to that point you were just making, you guys had a few promising drives that you guys had to just sort of settle for field goals. Just how tough is that to have to do with an Alabama offense that we knew was really, really dangerous?
I think it has a lot more to do with their defense and how they played us. I think they did a good job of making us have long drives, and because of that we had to settle for some field goals. But like you said, we did move the ball at times. We just couldn't get anything really going.
Next question is from Jason Caldwell.
Bo, to that end, you guys early on backed up inside your 10-yard line a couple of times, and you have a drop on what would have been a first down. How frustrating was that first quarter just because you were so backed up the whole time? Anytime
you're backed up, it is frustrating, but it's just that's how the game goes. And there in the first drive, we did get backed up with the penalty on the opening kickoff, and that hurts when you have to start inside the 20, and that's how you start the game.
Question from Tom Green.
Oh, you kind of touched on how you were able to run the ball late in the game there. Just what did you see from Mark Anthony Richards, or really his first extended time?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job hitting the holes with speed and physicality, and our offensive line did a great job of giving them those running lanes and continue to battle throughout the game. They continue to lean on them and push them, and because of that, there at the end, we got some running lanes, and we were able to run the ball a little bit.
Question from Nathan King.
Hey, Bo, obviously you guys were, had the offensive line injuries. What was Alabama doing well to kind of create disruption when you guys went into empty sets, and what was kind of your opinion of how the new guys stepped in on the offensive line?
I thought our new guys that were out there did a really good job. I thought they came in there with confidence, played extremely hard, gave it everything they had, and at the end of the day, sometimes when you play a good team, they're just going to get pressure on the passer, and that's what they did today. They just kept those inside guys in there, and they were able to kind of bull rush and get their way through there and penetrate a little bit. But other than that, I don't think we had too many sacks, and so I feel like they did a good job.
We've got time for a couple more questions. Next question is from Justin Lee.
Well, what are you telling your teammates after that, and what are you hearing from them?
Everybody's just trying to stay positive. I think it's important to just get back to work tomorrow and go to work on Texas A&M and put this one behind us. Of course, this one hurts. I mean, it is what it is. You never want to lose, especially to your rival. And I mean, we just have to get back and get going and put this behind us and have a positive mentality going into this week.
We've got two more questions in the queue. The first one is from Philip Marshall.
Bo, you've experienced winning an Iron Bowl, and now you're experiencing losing one. Just kind of talk about how that feels to you, being with your background.
Well, I think it feels pretty terrible, and it's not very fun. It just hurts because of everything that I've put into it, everything that I've done to get to this moment, and then just come up a lot short. And I mean, it's a awful feeling, to be honest with you. Never really been in this situation before, but I mean, that is not going to keep me down. I'm just going to keep on battling and keep on playing and play the next play and get our guys back to next week. If you dread on the past, then you never make any progress. And I can assure you we'll continue to battle and continue to move forward and put this behind us and work even harder for next year.
And we'll wrap up with a question from Jordan Hill.
Oh, sort of along those same lines, this is sort of unusual where you guys got 2 games after the Iron Bowl. Just how important is that response from everybody to not let this linger and you guys get back to work?
It is obviously kind of strange. It's the first time that it's happened since I can remember. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's the way this year went, and it's up to us. It's however we want to respond. Will dictate how we finish out the 2020 season and how we go into next year. Can't look back and just ponder on this one. You can learn from it. You can let it continue to beat you down, or you can make progress and you can move forward and you can be better from it, and that's what we're going to do.
Bo, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Warrior.
Hill.
When we knew coming into tonight that Mac Jones had put together a really good season, what did you sort of see from him and the way he kind of led their offense?
Man, he just I kind of said it earlier this week. He got he has a lot of weapons on offense. He found his way to give him the ball, man, and they just made a lot of plays today.
Next question is from Jason Caldwell.
Oh, and you guys had some success early on in kind of slowing the running game down. How tough was that once they got that rolling by, I guess they set it up with the passing game? Yeah, man, we gave up a lot of big plays that hurt us a lot and gave them a lot of momentum. So, it was tough kind of trying to slow that down. But, man, it is what it is.
Next question comes from Nathan King.
Hey, Owen, usually in the Iron Bowl, you guys have, a month before the bowl game to kind of get ready. And right now you guys got to turn around and play 2 more games. How are you guys going to stay focused there and be able to bounce back from this? And what was kind of the message to the team after the loss?
Yeah, man, the fact that this is the Iron Bowl and, we lost like this, it hurts a lot. But, the season's not done. We got to flip the page, get ready for the next opponent. So, the message in the locker room is, let's learn from it and move on to the next opponent, Texas A&M, and get ready for them.
Question comes from Gianna Hahn.
Hey, can you pinpoint any reason why you guys gave up so many big plays in the passing game?
Busted coverage, having bad eyes. We just got to execute better.
Question from Justin Lee.
Hey, Owen, what are some of the things that you're saying to your teammates after this, and what are some of the things that your teammates are saying to you?
That we just got to come together. We got to stay together. We can't let this tear us apart. Like we haven't had the season that we wanted to have, but we got to learn from everything that we've messed up on and help this make us a stronger team. For the following games and going into next season, or we're going into spring and next season after that. But we can't fold. We got to just learn from this, and it's going to make us stronger.
A question from Mark Murphy and Brian Matthews. If you want to type your question in the chat, you can. Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Owen, did they do anything offensively you guys weren't expecting?
No. Really, everything we've seen on film held up.
It looked like they had some success getting outside at times. Was that an issue?
Yeah, I think it was really an us thing. We didn't execute how we were supposed to execute on certain plays. Had bad eyes, bad technique, and it ended up hurting us. With a team like this, you got to play perfect, and the mistakes that we made, it cost us a lot.